there's not really the best of ways to start this besides just I hope Tua is okay. Him going down with a concussion, I hate it. I hate to see it. Hopefully he's okay. The focus is just on him being fine. If he comes back this season or not doesn't fully matter. I hope everything's fine with him. Um, Besides that, the other things I would say, or other things I kind of want to talk about. First off, this team feels cursed. For those who don't know, the Hard Rock Stadium is built on a burial site for the Questa tribe. As even since the stadium has opened, it has felt cursed, and it's like this team just feels cursed because of it. I don't know what Steven Ross needs to do. That way, the team is no longer cursed and we can actually have success again. But man, like they looked, Miami looked terrible tonight. Even before Tua went down, I mean, just the offense was completely off sync. The first interception was just it wasn't fully Tua's fault, but I mean he threw a good pass, hit the receiver in the shoulder. He needs to be ready for it. But that receiver, Grant DuBois, nothing against him, but he was not originally intended to be on the 53-man roster. Like he was signed because we needed more receiver depth due to Odell starting on PUP and Malik Washington having an injury before the season started, and he's been out the past 2 weeks. Same thing goes with Robbie Chosen, who on the second interception had what I've seen some people say potential miscommunication with Tua. Either way, it was a bad pass. He completely airmailed him. So yeah, that was not a good one. The third interception, Tua should have just taken the sack. Instead, he tried to force the pass out of bounds for a throwaway. You take the sack, it does the same thing, gets you the fourth down, and you actually get to punt it away. The defense themselves shut Buffalo out in the second half. I mean, the one touchdown was that pick six. I mean, the defense can only do so much. The defense did as much as they could in the first half, and then the second half was pretty much all over after the pick six. It's the offense. This team is supposed to be built around a high flying offense, but it's been anything but that these first 2 weeks. And again, there's not much I can really say that they need to improve upon because Skylar Thompson's going to be the guy going forward, and this team is not built around Skylar Thompson. I hope he can do well enough. And again, I hope Tua's going to be fine. Hopefully he's back and plays, but honestly, I would not put it past him if he decides not to. But like, if he does decide he wants to keep playing, hopefully, yeah, he'll be back after the bye. Yeah, we don't know a lot yet. We'll probably find out more in the coming days. At this point, you need to survive to the bye week, no matter who is behind center and who is playing. But like, the offense looks so out of sync. There's so many questionable things with this offense. I just don't get why they do the things they do. The run game was working. And then come the second and third drive, they damn near abandoned the run. Jonnu Smith, who we signed in the offseason to be a more versatile tight end option, is barely in on passing plays that are designed to go to the tight end. Julian Hill had 2 targets in the end zone tonight. Both of them should have been Jonnu Smith instead. Jonnu Smith, for as much as it seems like on the box score is getting reps, it's been through tight end screens and quick hitters. They're not utilizing Jonnu Smith to his full potential, which you should have signed him for. He is a versatile, elusive tight end. Someone who, yeah, he works well in the screen game, but he's also a good 50-50 ball catcher. And when you throw in the 50-50 ball to tight ends, you're not having him even on the field as an option. Instead, it is Julian Hill and Durham Smythe. I just don't get it. And then, Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. They were guarded up really well tonight and couldn't get open down the field. So why do you not scheme things up laterally through screenplays and through end arounds and through jet sweeps? They did on that touchdown drive. And then they never go back to it. They never once did another end around with either of them after Jalen Waddles was pretty successful. And they never once did another jet sweep after Tyreek Hill's, which was successful. It makes no sense. how they just don't want to utilize some of these guys and get the ball into their hands consistently. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle should be averaging 10 receptions per game. Whether that is actually down the field or that is through screenplays and jet touch passes or end arounds. But instead, they don't even try to use them in those forms consistently. And tonight was really shown for it. Against Jacksonville, they didn't do a single end around or a single jet sweep or jet touch pass. Tonight, they ran those type of plays twice, and they worked. And never again they ran it. It makes no sense to me. The ground game worked well. Devon Achane was the only guy who showed up tonight. I mean, like this offense, which is supposed to be one of the best offenses in the league, arguably is looking equivalent to like New York in a sense that they just can't do anything. They're not clicking. Again, like I can only blame the defense so much for a loss like this because again, the offense was doing nothing. Man, again, this was a bad game. I can go on and on and on about how the offense has just boggled my mind with how like questionable it is and the clock management and the game management, but I won't go too into detail because I expect to be talking about that again next week. Again, the main focus is I hope Tua is okay. I hope everything's fine. We'll find out more information throughout the week. Again, if he decides that he doesn't want to be back and doesn't want to play, I do not blame him 1 second. Like it's tough. If he does come back, I will welcome him with open arms. Always be rooting for him no matter what he decides to do. And again, this team is built around his strengths, and now that he's most likely going to be missing a few weeks, their focus is to just survive and win games any way you can until he comes back if he decides to. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. And just a abysmal loss. I hope Tua is okay and all that. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. I'm about to go pass out some way, I guess. I don't know. Peace.